this is a topic that came up with Cheryl. Cheryl, as you shared on the previous interview that we created, you teach on the video podcast how we can use Restream. And I was asking questions and I said, why not recording this? So not only I can get the information, but there are people there on my position. So if we compare Restream with Zoom, what's the advantage? That was my question.
Right. The advantage is that Restream as a tool allows you to do so much more from a production perspective. And you can do it with one person. You don't have to have a team of 20 people helping to contribute to that, right? Like it used to be when I was in TV. It would like you to have a control room with all these people who each had a job. This is a tool now that puts you in control as the host of being able to produce a really professional looking podcast with the push of a button or with the click of a mouse. And that's the advantage of it. So how is it different than Zoom? Zoom will allow you to record the interview, but then you're left with, if you want to add post-production elements to it, if you wanted to add graphics or you want to add music or you want to put a full screen B-roll on it, or you want to, any number of different things that you'd like to add to it has to be done in post-production. That requires people who have that skill, who maybe you have to outsource that if you don't have that skill, which costs you money. So Restream will be a tool that allows you to produce the podcast and make it look really professional. I was sharing with you the story of my husband had a podcast with a couple of friends who were doing it for fun around sports, something that they're passionate about. And in their podcast, What Do You Know About Sports? They were using Restream because, of course, I'm guiding them in the background to how to produce this podcast. But he wasn't using every feature that there was available to him. He just used maybe 2 or 3 of the features, and he was happy with that. And it elevated the look and the feel of their show, right? So it doesn't mean that you have to use every feature. You get to pick and choose, I like that, or I don't like that, or I can do this. I'll add this element and I'm happy with it, or you can go really to the nth degree. You can get, so for example, I'll just show you, for example, you can get something like this. This is a stream deck, right? You can get tools like this and you can pre-program your buttons to do certain actions. And now this is advanced, right? But you can set this up and then you're pressing buttons and it's activating certain actions within the tool. So you can go to this level if you want to. You can go like really super advanced, or you can just keep it simple and just with the click of a mouse, add some really cool elements to your production.
So what are some elements like at the base, at the start? And then what are some elements that you have on that panel?
Well, certainly, I mean, you'll find out when you access the Video Podcasting Made Easy training, and you all should get access to that. Go to VIP, get that. But in short, things like lower thirds, things like putting, how when you watch the news and you see that little banner come at the bottom with the person's name and title, and it like slides in and it slides back out. These are simple elements, but they really elevate a production. Right? So it could be lower thirds. It could be full screen graphics that you create and that you import in. It could be B-roll video. You can trigger little video clips. You can play music in the background all through through your entire episode. Lots of different elements like that.
Love it. Well, I'm glad that this topic came up.
Me too.
This actually, as we were talking about to create a live call, as we are coming close to the date of our summit. Our summit releases on the 8th of October, and we picked a date together, the 4th of October. Probably we can go a little bit more in depth live with this topic for everyone who is using these new tools and wants to advance little by little. As we said on stages, we don't have to use every single elements of StreamYard, not StreamYard, Restream. And the paid gift, it takes you step by step to learn how to use the StreamYard, which brings our service in a different level. It's a all different level.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, again, I wish you a great evening and looking forward to connect again as we are progressing towards the summit. Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks.